Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. Or I'm my alter ego, Miss Vanity Scarlet, and we are just ringing in the holiday season. Right now, we're going to dive into Between Us. We're diving into the most recent episode, episode 7. I keep doing that. I keep accidentally hitting my headphones on my microphone. And yeah, this came out, I think, when is today? Tuesday? So 2 days ago. And I'm excited to just dive in and see where the things go. At the end of the last episode, we had Team waiting outside of Wynn's door, just kind of confused, distraught, not really wondering, where the hell Wynn is. Meanwhile, we know that Wynn was originally at the bar with his brother and Pool, but then he just kind of vanished, like, oh, I'm going home, but then he wasn't home, so it's like, okay, where was he? Where'd he go? I don't know. So we're gonna just dive in and see where the things go with that, as well as just all of our other cast of characters.
แม่พี่ต้นเป็นอะไรอะครับทำไมเขาไม่ตื่นขึ้นมาผมเป็นคนฆ่าเขาเหรอครับ
ไม่ใช่ลูกมันไม่ใช่แบบนั้นมันเป็นอุบัติเหตุ
I think you guys told me down in the comment section that Tone was his cousin.
ไม่ต้นทีมฆ่าลูกบ้านเหรอทีมฆ่าเราทำไมทำพี่ต้นทำไม
I didn't mean to. Granted, if I had listened to him and not gone to the pool, things probably turned out differently, but I didn't mean to. Don't blame me, my auntie. Like, I understand the grief, I understand what she's going through, and she's just trying to. But I'm hoping that after some time passed, she apologized, because this is stuff that could scar a child very, very easily. Well, as we've seen, it has scarred him. Why? No, Lord, my feelings.
โตไปอ่ะผมจะเป็นนักกีฬาทีมชาติและผมอ่ะจะเอาเหรียญเงินมาฝากแม่
อ้าวทำไมหวังแค่เหรียญเงินน่ะ
ก็เหรียญทองอ่ะเป็นของพี่แล้วไง
Stop.
ทีมมึงเป็นอะไรทำไมมึงนอนอย่างนี้ทีม
This poor baby.
เนี่ยไปไหนมา
Soundtrack need to stop.
กูขอโทษนะกูขอโทษนะทีมกูจะไม่หายไปไหนอีกกูขอโทษที่พี่สัญญา
It's okay, baby. You have some things in your head.
ที่บอกว่าจะไม่ทิ้งไปไหนอะเนี่ยผมไม่ได้เป็นอะไร
Bitch, what?
ผมแค่มานั่งรอเฮียหน้าห้องอะวันนี้ผมเหนื่อยผมก็เลยเผลอหลับอะจริงๆ
So do you not remember these nightmares you have? Which is believable because I tend to forget my dreams relatively quickly if I don't meditate on them after I wake up. So he might not realize what he's having nightmares about. Or he might just be acting right now. Like, no, I'm fine, baby. I'm fine. What you talking about?
กูขอโทษนะ
Oh,
โอ้โหไม่ได้เป็นไร
smile.
เฮียเป็นไรหรือเปล่าเนี่ย
I don't know, the look on Team's face makes me feel like he genuinely is like, I'm sorry. I'm totally fine. And does not remember what he was dreaming about.
เฮีย วันนี้เฮียไม่อยู่ดูผมตอนแข่งเหรอ ผมทำสถิติได้ดีกว่าเดิมนะ เข้าเส้นชัยเป็นคนแรกด้วย กูติดธุระด่วนน่ะเลยต้องรีบไปอ่ะ เฮียไปอาบน้ำเถอะ มึงก็ไปนอนได้แล้ว
I mean, we could do both. Sweet little boy.
เมื่อกี้ฝันร้ายอีกแล้วเหรอ หนาเป็นแค่ตอนก่อนแข่งไง ทำไมแข่งเสร็จแล้วยังเป็นอยู่อีกอ่ะ
Surprise! They happen every night.
ผมก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกันนะเฮีย แต่ช่วงนี้เป็นบ่อยมากเลยอ่ะ บางทีนะ ผมเผลองีบตอนกลางวันก็เป็นอ่ะ
But do you remember what they're
แต่
about?
ผมจะไม่เป็นแค่ตอนอยู่กับเฮีย
So don't you ever leave my side. Better than any Ambien I could take.
เดินได้ก่อนก็ได้มาเล่นคนเดียวคนที่สูงปะตรงนั้นแหละเหลือจากคิว ใครดีวะ กูไม่เพื่อนเลยนะกูให้กำลังใจอยู่แค่นี้พอ เฮ้ย แก๊งไอ้บีซีมานี่ดิ
My sweet boys.
พี่เรียกเป็นเด็กอนุบาลเลยบาบีไหมอ่ะ
ชื่อเล่นมึงก็ยาวเกิน ผมมาชื่อซีที่แปลว่าทะเลไม่ใช่ตัวซีซะหน่อย น่ะ
Like, girl, I said what I
ซี
said.
อยู่ดีปะวะหรือจะให้กูเรียกกัสดิตที่พานุพัฒน์สันนี่เป็นอะไรวะกูคำว่าลูกของความจำโคตรดีเลยวะเปิดว่าจำได้ในชมรมละมั้งมึงจริงความจำดีมากนี่มึงนินทากูต่อหน้าเลย เอาเดี๋ยวฉลากไปให้พวกเด็กปีหนึ่งจับคิวหนูน้องตกน้ำไม่ที
ทาง างนี้แล้วฝากจดรายชื่อมาด้วยเฮียหลบดิ
Rude? It's excuse me, sir.
เฮ้ยพวกมึงอ่ะเอาไปแจกพวกปีหนึ่งนี้เดี๋ยวกูต้องเอาไปแจกพวกปีอื่นๆอีกแล้วทำไมมึงไม่วางให้พวกมันมาหยิบเองวะอย่าบ่นได้ปะไปช่วยหน่อยเร็วกูได้เหยียบคนแรกแล้วอะไรอ่ะคิวหนุ่มน้อยตกน้ำไหมครับมึงจับคนแรกเลยครับเพื่อนเร็วอะยินดีด้วยครับได้เป็นคนสุดท้ายปิดงานเลยหายดิอย่างนี้คนสุดท้ายก็โดนแกล้งตายห่าดิ
And you get to use all of their secondhand
ปิด
water.
งานเองเนี่ยแม่ง
It's like, this isn't romantic.
พี่แกล้งมาเดี๋ยวกูช่วยยกแจกเสร็จเดี๋ยวกูพาไปเลี้ยงข้าวพูดแล้วนะไปกินให้จนเลย
It's like, you should just said that in the beginning.
ไปทางนู้น
So I take it the little post-credit scene we got last time. Okay, never mind.
ก็นะ
There we go.
สนิทกันเนาะจริงกูหมายถึงมึงไอ้ปินอะ
เฮ้ยจริงเอาไอซี
อิม
Full for now. 20 minutes later, we'll see how full he is.
ยังจะกินขนมอีกเหรอ เดี๋ยวกูจุกหรอก
Which I guess I didn't even have to say 20 minutes.
เอาหน้าเงี้ยนิดเดียว กินพอให้อยากอะไปแล้วเดี๋ยวมา
Swear, human garbage disposal. Hashtag product placement.
เท่าไหร่ครับ40 บาทครับ40 บาทนี่ครับนี่ครับเนี่ยดูนี่ดิที่อยู่กับน้องหน้าตาอ่อนโยนอยู่กับเพื่อนแทบจะแดกปัว
I mean, you know what that's like, don't you?
เดินกันอยู่ไหนก็ไม่รู้คณะบริหารไงมีกิจกรรมบัดดี้นำทางอะไปไหมล่ะ ไม่อ่ะ เห็นพามันมีความสุข ผมก็ดีใจอะเฮีย เป็นห่วงกันจนกูแอบคิดว่ากิ๊กกันอยู่หรือเปล่าวะว่าเปล่าเฮีย
It's like, girl, that's my bestie.
พามึงเพื่อนผมนะทำไม จะเป็นห่วงคนที่รู้สึกดีด้วย ไม่เห็นต้องเป็นกิ๊กกันเลย แล้วกูอะเป็นห่วงไหม
Let's have this conversation. Let's get some
แกล้ง
clarification.
อะไรเนี่ยไม่ได้แกล้งเว้ย พูดจริง
I just want you to say the words.
ๆเป็นห่วงกูปะ
I mean, actions speak louder than words, but sometimes we need to hear the words too.
มั้ง ก็ห่วงกูแล้ว ห่วงด้วยปะ
Protect that dick.
ก็ทั้งสองนั่นแหละ ขามากเลยได้ ไปแล้ว
Look, girl, leave me alone. You're making me nervous.
แล้วนี่ไปไหนต่อ อยู่รอวิวหรือกลับ
ก็คงต้องรอ
อยากไปส่งให้นะ แต่น่าจะเสร็จค่ำวะ
ไม่เป็นไรหรอกเดี๋ยวกูรอแถวนี้เอา
This is where Toll comes into the picture. Of course. What a
Hey,
coincidence.
อ้าวพี่ว่านสวัสดีครับมาเลือกคณะเหรอครับพี่
กวนตีนกูแล้วไง
That's not all this mouth can do, let me tell you.
ไอ้ตุลกูฝากที่ว่านด้วย เจอกัน
Y'all better make these
Oh,
love
wait.
connections.
กูอยู่คนเดียวได้
ทำไมพี่ อยู่กับผมแล้วมันทำไม ท้องร้องก็ดีเลยอ่ะ หิวจังเลยพี่ ไปกินข้าวกันไหมไป ผมพาไปเร็ว
ก็ได้
อ่ะพี่ ร้านเนี้ย อร่อยที่สุดในมอแล้ว ไม่เชื่อลองชิมดู ไม่อร่อยให้ถีบเลย
ให้ถีบจริงดิ
จริงดิทีเจ้าของร้านได้เลย ทิม
He's so handsome in his little round glasses. Love him.
เป็นไง ต้องไปถีบเฮียเขาไหม
อร่อยดี
เห็นไหมผมบอกแล้วว่าพี่ต้องชอบ
Right, why are we staring? Go on.
อะไรเนี่ยพี่ หน้ามองหน้าผมทำไมเนี่ย หรือหน้าผมมีอะไรติด
Just your pretty face.
กูรู้สึกว่าเหมือนกูเคยรู้จักมึง
I
เสียงมึง
mean,
ก็ดูคุ้น
oh, now my voice sounds familiar? Like, bitch, I've been with you for like the last like 2.5 days. Now my voice sounds familiar?
อาจจะเป็นเหมือนคนอื่นก็ได้ กิน 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 กิน
คงงั้นมั้ง
Oh, half naked boys. Hello. It's like, don't look down, it's cold. It's shrinkage, the pool is cold.
เอาไว้ดี เราขอโยนบ้างได้ปะ
I'm sure you want to get in.
พอเลย เดี๋ยวเสร็จรอบนี้เราก็หมดรอบแล้วเนี่ย แล้ววันนี้ปินไม่รีบกลับหรอ
ไม่อ่ะ วันนี้เครียดคิวมาดูหนุ่มน้อยตกน้ำโดยเฉพาะเลย
Oh.
ช
Mm-hmm.
อบใจ
Mm-hmm. A and C.
แต่ถ้า
Mm-hmm.
จบ
You
งาน
see
เมื่อไหร่
this?
นะเราจะเอาปินขึ้นมานั่งนี้บ้าง จะได้รู้ว่ามันไม่สนุกอ่ะ
ภาพ
Look at you all wet.
ปิน
What?
ตั้มเราขอตัวกันนึงนะ
I don't like this music. I don't like the feeling of this music with this scene.
ยังไม่กลับหรอ
เมื่อกี้ได้ยินหมดแล้วใช่ไหม
I heard some of it.
อยากให้ได้ยินไหมล่ะ
ถ้าบอกว่าไม่อยากเป็นไปได้ไหมอะเรากลัวว่าถ้าบีได้ยินแล้วทุกอย่างมันจะเป็นเหมือนที่พี่ตั้มพูดอะ
คนนั้นชื่อตั้มหมอ
ผู้จัดการเราเองอะบีถามทำไมอ๋อ
จะได้จดไว้อะว่าพูดจาไม่ดีกับปิ้นอะคราวหน้านะอย่าให้เราเจอนะ เราจะแก้แค้นให้ได้เลย ขอทะเบียนรถหน่อยได้ป่ะ เจาะยางเลยดีมั้ง
Lord. Oh, that smile, though.
ล้อเล่นน่ะเอาเป็นว่า
Kinda kidding.
เราอะ
Half
ไม่ได้
joke.
เป็นอย่างที่พี่ตั้มพูดสักข้อเลย สบายใจยัง
ที่สุดในโลกเลย
They're adorable.
เจอ
Go ahead, baby. Oh, okay. Pinky holding is cute. I thought it was gonna be a full handhold, but we can pinky hold. It's cute too. Taking it slow. They're too fucking adorable. No, give me more of them.
มึงเนี่ยนะ ไว้ใจไม่ได้เลย กูให้วิวมาดูคณะเรียนแต่2 ชั่วโมงมึงหมดไปกับชมรมทำขนมเนี่ยนะ
I mean, that was one of the faculties.
เฮียผมอยากกินอ่ะทำไม
แล้วเฮียพวกกตทาประธานชมรมว่ายน้ำมันเกย์ไม่โคตรเท่เลยเฮีย
หน้าตาก็ดี แม่งไม่น่าเป็นเลยว่ะหัวโคตรเสียดายเลยเว้ย
แค่กูคิดนะทุกคน
Wow.
ไอ้ใจเย็นมึงเฮียดูมันพูดถึงไม่ดีดิใจเย็นวันนี้มันพูดถึงไม่ดีนะเฮียนี่เฮียกูจะมาเอาเรื่องพวกมันไหน
Child.
มึงเป็นอะไร
I don't like people talking bad about my friends and being close-minded assholes.
มึงห้ามทุกคนได้เหรอ
Facts.
ถ้าเมื่อกี้มึงเข้าไปต่อยมัน มึงคิดว่าพวกมันจะสำนึก แล้วหยุดพูดปะ
No, but they can go tell their friends they got beat up by a gay
มีคน
guy.
อยู่ตั้งเท่าไหร่ ที่เขาไม่ชอบคนที่รักประเทศเดียวกัน
Fact.
มึงจะหวังให้เขามาชื่นชมเราทุกคนไม่ได้หรอกนะ แต่ก็ไม่เห็นต้องด่าอะไรขนาดนี้เลยนี่เฮียขยะแขยงเลยเหรอ พี่เดชให้พาไปทำอะไรให้อ่ะ ถึงต้องมาด่าขนาดนี้อ่ะ
They didn't do a damn thing. But some people don't see it that way.
ก็ถ้าเราไม่ได้เป็นอย่างที่เขาว่า จะไปเก็บมาใส่ใจทำไม อีกอย่างนะ ภาพลงโซเชียลแบบนี้อะยังไงก็โดนอยู่แล้ว ร้อยพ่อพันแม่ ผมโคตรเกลียดเลยรู้ปะไอ้พวกสักแต่จะด่า พวกด่าเสร็จก็จบ ไอ้พวกพิมพ์ ยิ่งแรงก็ยิ่งสนุก แต่คนฟังอ่ะ มีใครมานั่งสนใจบ้างปะแล้วถ้าพี่เดียพามาได้ยินอะไรเงี้ยนี่ขนาดผมเองได้ยินอ่ะยังรู้สึกแย่เลยอ่ะไอดีมันรู้ แล้วมันก็ได้ยินตลอดนั่นแหละแล้วพี่ดีนเขาไม่คิดจะทำอะไรหรอ มันไม่สนใจ รู้ไหมมันพูดว่าไง อย่าไปให้ค่า กับคนที่มันไม่เห็นค่าของเรา แต่พามันขี้กังวลนะเฮีย ทำไมวะ
I'm still a sweet
ความ
boy.
รักก็เป็นเรื่องของคน2 คน ทำไมต้องแบ่งแยกด้วยอ่ะ ค ชี้ว่าคนนี้ก็เป็นอย่างนู้น คนนู้นก็เป็นอย่างนี้ แม่งไม่เห็นยุติธรรมเลยอย่างเงี้ย
นี่มามึงไม่ต้องกังวลหรอกพามีทั้งไอ้ดีมมีทั้งพวกเราถ้ามีใครมาพูดไม่ดีใส่ ทั้งมึงทั้งมะนาว ก็คอยอยู่ข้างไม่ใช่หรอ
But Manal won't hesitate to snatch a bitch's wig. Like if Manal had been there in that presence, she would have snatched someone's wig with a quickness.
แล้วมึงล่ะ
อะไรอ่ะ
เรื่องของมึงกับกู คิดมากหรือเปล่า
ถ้าบอกว่าไม่อะเฮียเชื่อผมปะ
Oh, that intro to the music sounded so like bad and menacing. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! But then okay, we good, yeah, we good.
ไม่อ่ะ อยู่เฮียผมไม่กลัวอะไรทั้งนั้น
A smile.
แต่ก็อย่างที่เฮียว่าแหละเราไปบังคับใครไม่ได้อะแต่เราเลือกที่จะไม่สนใจได้งั้นก็สู้ไปด้วยกันนะ
Come on, soundtrack. He is so adorable. Soundtrack need to calm down.
แต่ผมจะรอวันนั้นนะเฮีย วันนี้ความรักแบบพี่ดีเหนือไอ้พามอ่ะ มันจะไม่ใช่เรื่องแปลกสำหรับใคร
ดีมากปะพร้อมยังหนุ่มน้อยตกน้ำ
ไม่เฮียผมไม่ชอบ
ไปผมไม่ชอบลูกหมา
ไม่เอาไปเฮียไม่เอาไปผมไม่ชอบไปทำไมต้องบังคับเลยไม่เอาอีกไปไม่เอาไปเร็ว
Damn cute. Oh yes, more. I've not seen nearly enough of you and Manal.
อ้าวพี่เพิร์ก
วันนี้ที่ชมรมโคตรวุ่นเลยอะเลยไม่ได้มาดูมะนาวขึ้นเวทีเลย
แค่ขึ้นไปเดินผ่านไปผ่านมาเองค่ะ แต่มะนาวก็ตื่นเต้นมากๆเลยนะคะ ใจนี่เต้นตุ๊บตุ๊บตุ๊บตุ๊บเลย
พี่ขอถ่ายรูปกับนักแสดงหน่อยได้ไหม
ไม่น่าเปลี่ยนชุดมาเลยอ่ะ
ก็ไม่เห็นเป็นไรนี่ พี่อยากถ่ายกับคนไม่ได้อยากถ่ายกับชุด
พี่เพิร์กอะยังอีก
It's like, if you insist. But make sure you get my good side. And we shoot from above. None of these pictures from below. I look terrible. Yes, thank you. Angles.
1 2 3ถ่ายอีกรูปหนึ่งนะ
it's fine, girl. Melt into him.
วันนี้ก็มะนาวดูสวยมากเลยนะ
He is saying all the right things.
มึงเป็นไรวะฉันเป็นหมาเลย
มึงไม่ใช่หมาธรรมดานะเว้ย หมาวัดที่มันเห่าเครื่องบินเด้อ
Because awful friends. He likes me too.
ลองถามมันดูดิ
เบบีหรือว่า
ว่ามึงกับปิ้นดาราคนนั้นนะ
เฮ้ย มึงอย่าเสียงดังดิทีม เขาเสียหาย
ไม่เสียหายว่ะ
นี่มึงชอบเขาจริงเหรอวะ
ไม่แน่ใจอ่ะ แต่มึงอย่าเพิ่งพูดเรื่องนี้ได้ป่ะ ชนดีกว่ามาชน
อ่าชนก็ชนชนเก่งมาก
ชนแค่ขืน
แต่ว่ามึง ไอ้คำว่าไม่แน่ใจของมึงเนี่ยทำรักล่มมาหลายรักแล้วนะเว้ย
มันไม่ได้ง่ายนะเว้ย การที่มึงจะแน่ใจว่ามึงจะรักใครสักคนอะถ้าตัดสินใจผิดไปแม่งมีแต่คำว่าเสียใจว่ะ ไม่มั่นใจก็พิสูจน์ดิวะ
เออ ชอบก็บอกว่าชอบ รักก็บอกว่ารัก
ยังไง
มึงอะมัวแต่ก้าเขาอยู่นั่นแหละ เขาเสียใจนะเว้ย
ถูก
เล่นตัวเก่งนักนะ
ที่สุดในโลก
มันนั่งเศร้า
แล้วพวกมึง
ฮะ
กูขอไปเข้าห้องน้ำก่อนนะ
เออ
ชนเยอะตัดทีกันพวกมันละ
บนโต๊ะเลย
Okay, come on, glass of liquor. Brown liquor might be whiskey. I know I liked you.
เนี่ยมาเข้าห้องน้ำเหรอ มาหามึงนั่นแหละ มา
I'm
หา
gonna tell you. Yes, I'm gonna tell you the things.
ทำไมอะ
Oh, Lord. Music, though. Calm down, Jesus. Right here in front of my salad.
ทำอะไรอะ
Lord Jesus. Okay, this intense gaze, though. Jeez, these drums need to calm the fuck down. Lord, what are we about to do in this fucking bathroom?
กูขอเลย
Can you what? Oh, Lord Jesus. This is not where I thought this conversation was going. Lord. Okay, Lord. Jesus, that is not at all where I expected that conversation to go. But you know, sometimes the heat of the moment, it just strikes you, and you just gotta do what it. Lord, yes. We'll take it back to the beginning, and we'll work our way to that ending. Lord, so we started off kind of picking up where we left off last episode with Team outside Wynn's door. He had fallen asleep and he was dreaming again, having a nightmare, and we got the full scene-ish of what happened. So more information about who, again, you guys told me was his cousin. And how that whole scene unfolded. We've been seeing the clips and whatnot, so basically Team was going under and his cousin saved his life, but in the process of pushing him up to the surface so he could breathe and save his life, he unfortunately lost his. Sad, but it does happen. And yeah, we had that whole just kind of heartbreaking exchange between his aunt and him and his mom, where again, I understand fully where his aunt is coming from. Not that she's necessarily blaming him in her heart, like, oh my God, you killed my son, you killed my son. But in the moment, grieving mother, I've never had a child. I've never lost a child, so I don't know what that pain is like. I've had friends who unfortunately have lost children. One who's actually lost one in a pool drowning accident. So like I've been there to listen to them, you know, to try and console them and whatnot, but like I don't know firsthand what that experience is like, and I don't know that I ever will know what that experience is like. I pray to never know what that experience is like. But so I can understand she's in a very, very just heartbroken place, just lost her baby, lost part of her world, and looking for anything to blame, anything that is I imagine it being kind of like similar to any of these movies or series we've watched where, you know, a parent or loved ones, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may have been, got murdered or something, killed, died in some way, shape, or form, and that person goes and seeks revenge. They seek revenge on the person who did the killing because they feel like that's going to bring them some sort of relief. Like they're just trying to put a face on this grief so that they have something to focus on besides the fact that that person that they cared about is gone. So I don't think it's so much that she's blaming him. Like, yes, he did play some part. If he had listened to Ton and did not go swimming, they probably still would have been alive. If he had done his stretches beforehand, warmed up like Ton said, probably still would. Like, there's a lot of things that could have been done to avoid this, that team kind of played a heavy hand in. But I don't think that she's necessarily targeting, blaming him, like, oh my god, you killed my, like she kept saying, she's like, you killed my son, you killed my son, you killed my son, why did you kill my son? I don't think that she truly meant that. I think that she was just in such a place of grief. She was looking for something to demonize, something to put her grief on so she can focus her energy on this rather than focusing on the fact that she lost her son. So I hope that once time passed, and I know, like, losing someone you care about is not something that you just get over, and a lot of people just never get over it. Some days are just easier than others. So I doubt that, you know, as a mother, she got over her son passing, but I hope that once some time passed and she was able to think a little bit more logically and let it be less of just her emotions in the moment, that she had some sort of conversation or some sort of apology towards team. Because I'm sure team already feels a lot of responsibility, because again, he did play a large part in the scenario that led to the unfortunate accident. He didn't, you know, he didn't force Tone to, you know, save him. He didn't force this, that, the other, but he did play, you know, a hand in suggesting, let's go swimming, let's not do my stretches, this, that, and the other. So there was a lot of him involved in this situation. So I'm sure that he already feels a large level of responsibility, a large level of guilt on his own. But then having that adult figure aiming directly at him, why did you kill my son? You killed my son. You did this at such a young age. That is the kind of shit that will stay with you. That is kind of stuff that will haunt your dreams. As we can see, it's been haunting his dreams. That's the kind of stuff that will fuck with your head. So I'm just hoping that she had some foresight to, you know, apologize, or, you know, have some sort of just, I'm sorry for the way I reacted, I don't blame you, this, that, the other. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't, I don't know. But again, that's just something that will stick with. Kids can grab onto the most minute experiences in their childhood, and that can, like, form a long-standing thread that forms part of their personality. So they may have, like, some sort of personality tick or quirk or whatever that's linked to just this one minor experience that happened that might have been insignificant to everyone else around them. So something major like that most definitely has some sort of long-standing effect on people. So for teams specifically, I'm just hoping that there was some sort of resolution just to make it a little bit easier. Obviously, he's still having these nightmares. He's still haunted by this experience. So if they did have some sort of resolution, it didn't solve the problem. Like I said, I think a couple episodes back, he really should. He needs, like, some therapy. He needs to talk to somebody, like a professional, to help him work through these issues, because they're going to keep haunting him, and I'm still running back and forth whether or not he actually remembers what he's dreaming about when he wakes up, or if he just wakes up realizing, okay, it was a very unpleasant nightmare, but I don't remember what was actually happening. I don't know. Sometimes I think he does remember, sometimes I think he doesn't. But either way, I feel like he needs to talk to somebody who can help him work this out and not win. I mean, yes, talking to win would be great too, but like, just because you love somebody doesn't mean that you're always the most well-equipped person to help them through whatever problems they're having. And that's why we have, you know, mental health professionals. So, you know, I feel like he should talk to somebody to help work out some of that trauma, and so that hopefully he can live his life and not deal with these nightmares every single night, so that he can sleep times when he's not by Win. You know, this, that, the other. But yeah, so Win came by, saw him passed out having a nightmare, woke him up, and it just made Win feel all manner of way. He jumped straight back into worrying, concern. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I break my promise. I'm so sorry, this, that, and the other. And Team's like, girl, what promise? What you talking about? I'm fine. Really, I'm fine. I'm fine, girl. I was just waiting for you. It's great. Let's go to bed. But obviously, Win is still struggling with a lot of things that we saw in the last episode, conversations he was having, and just struggling with what he's feeling and how he's going to proceed, you know, moving forward. And as we saw when he was in the shower, he was flashing back to scenes we've already seen, conversations that he's had with Dean, the conversations he's having with Dean and Prook, and the interaction that he had with Team after, you know, saving him from drowning. And it's just like, it's a lot of things just weighing on his head. He's just got a lot of emotions and feelings swirling around in his head, and he's still trying to sort things out. But it seems like, at least when we saw them the next day, when Juan came around, that Win decided, you know, Win seemed to be at least cognizant of what he was feeling, and as far as how he's going to move forward, he's like, it's up to him. So he's kind of leaving the ball in Team's court a little bit, just like, okay, I know what I feel, and I know that I would like to pursue something, but I'm going to leave it up to him right now. So at least it seems as though he's worked out some manner of what he's feeling, even if he's not actively going to, you know, act upon it until Team says yay or nay. But then there were a lot of good conversations between he and Team, like when they were at lunch, and, you know, he's like, oh, when he seemed like he was getting jealous of his relationship with Parm, he's like, so do you care about me that way? And, you know, Team's getting all nervous and like, oh, yeah, I guess. And it's just like, okay, again, actions speak louder than words, but sometimes words are nice to hear. Sometimes we like verbal confirmation of the things that are in our heads. So it was a nice little moment of, you know, verbal confirmation we're having there. And then again, after that one scene when they were walking back to the swim club, I suppose, and they heard just passersby talking about Dean and how he's gay, this, that, the other, and how it's disgusting, and Team was ready to just go fight. He ready to fight bitches, like, you don't fucks with my friends like this. Let's go. And Win just had to kind of pull him along. And I like the inclusion of that scene for a number of reasons. I like the fact that they use the word gay, because there's so many series that we've reacted to on this channel that just steer clear of the word. They will have all of these LGBTQ plus themes. They will have boys dating boys, and all the sexy time actions and this, that, and the other, but they just kind of skirt around the word. So like they won't say gay. They'll be like, I don't like boys, I just like him. And they just kind of skirt around it. But like, there's a few handful of series that I've reacted to on the channel where it's like, no, they say the word. They're like, no, it's not just, I like this boy, which, sometimes it's the case. Sometimes you're not attracted to boys in general. You just found this one person who you're attracted to. Yeah, that happens too. But I like the fact that it's like, no, gay. We're not running away from the word. We're saying it loud and proud. Granted, it was the people who were being derogatory and, you know, very unaccepting that were saying the word. But still, I like the fact that the word was actually used. And then later in the conversation, when used the term homophobic. Again, we're using the terms. We're not just saying, oh, you're scared if I like a boy or something. Like, no. We're using the words. We're using the terms. We're not running or skirting around from it. We're having these conversations. Like, yes, please say the words. Normalize the words. So I liked that aspect. But then I also like the aspect where we got two different perspectives on that very real world kind of scenario. Because as much of these series as we watch, and as much as I would love for the world to be like one of these series where everybody is just so super accepting of all of the homosexual shenanigans that go down and this, that, and the other, unfortunately we don't live in that world. We don't live in that world. The world is, yes, we've made progress, and there are lots of places that are very accepting of LGBTQ plus people and their lifestyles, but there's still just as many, if not more, people out there who are still cold-heartedly against it for whatever reasons they have. None of the reasons they have are good, but for whatever reasons they have, whether it's religious reasons, or this is just the way I was raised, or this, that, and the other, and morals, and whatever bullshit. But people have their reasons. But yeah, there are plenty of people out there who still are just of a very prejudiced, discriminatory mindset when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to gender expression, when it comes to race. There's still a lot of things in the world, a lot of problems we gotta fix. So what I like about this, that sort of like glimpse into this very real world scenario where, like, yes, your friends might be living their out and proud life, but there are people who find that disturbing or disgusting or don't like it, and like, oh, I can't believe that the swim club president is gay. Oh my god, can you believe that? Oh, such a waste, blah blah blah. And it's like, we had two different perspectives. We had Team, who was ready to cut a bitch for talking negatively about his friend, and we had Win, who, if he needed to, would cut a bitch too, but was taking more of a high road approach and like, hey, yes, you can go beat them up, but at the end of the day, once you beat them up, what is that going to accomplish? Is that going to change their mind? Is that going to get them to stop talking? And even if it gets them to stop talking, how many other people in the world are there who have the same mentality? You're just going to go around beating everybody up? So it's like a very interesting presentation, because like my first instinct, like watching the episode, like, not in real life, I'm not gonna go start picking fights and beating bitches down, like, hey, you want to start talking, let me get my like, I'm not gonna do that. But like when I'm watching these series and watching these shows, like I hear that kind of stuff and my first instinct is to react like, who the fuck are you? Excuse me, sir, let's have a conversation. Come say that to my face. Let's so when Team, his first instinct was like, oh no, you're not about to talk about my friend. No ma'am, let's handle this. I was right there with Team, like, yes, let's go handle this. Hold my fucking earrings, let's go, baby. But then once Win pulled him back and Win was explaining things, I'm like, facts. You're a wise man, Win. Facts. Because, like I said, there are lots of people in the world, lots of people with these prejudices, and just because you go and beat up these people, or you get into a fight with these people, it may not change it probably won't change your mind. If anything, it'll give them more fuel to a fire for that. Lord, let's not get started on this. But yeah, it's a very interesting, just side-by-side comparison of two different ways we could handle that situation, and I liked that presentation. And at the end of the day, violence is not the answer. We want to fight these sort of things, but not necessarily with fists. Education conversation, trying to convince people and get them to understand, try to, rationalize with them on a way that they understand that, hey, we're not the enemy. We're not here we're not trying to corrupt the world. We're not trying to corrupt and change your children. We're not trying to do this, that, the other. We don't have any agenda, this, that, and the other. We just want to live our fucking lives. Just like y'all out there living your lives. You can go out there with your wife, your husband, whatever. Same. We just want to live our lives. Go date who we want to date. Go sleep with who we want to sleep with. Marry who we want to marry. Divorce who we want to divorce. Like we that's all we want. That's all we want. We're not asked. I'm not running around saying, hey, straight people, give me money. Like I'm not asking you to give me things. I just want to be able to live my life without fear that somebody's gonna come attack me because I'm just being the way that God made me. That's all this. So these are battles we gotta fight, but they're not necessarily battles that we fight with fists. There are other ways that we have to try and accomplish these goals. So I like that. I like that they presented both of those both of those reactions to that one scenario. And I liked what Win was saying. In a sense, I can understand what Win was saying as I can understand what Team was saying. Win's like, you know what Dean says? Don't pay any attention to people who don't pay attention to you, or whatever the phrasing he used. I'm like, I get that, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who don't have that mentality, or there are a lot of people who do hear what other people say about them and it affects them, even if they're very secure in themselves, or even if they're not necessarily looking for validation from other people. If you hear enough negative critique about yourself, or you hear enough people hating on you, sometimes it might hit you in a moment when you're not feeling your best. Sometimes, because like, let's be honest, as anyone who's a content creator on YouTube knows that if you're going to be a long-standing content creator, you got to learn to take things with a grain of salt. There are going to be people who love you, and there's going to be people who hate you for absolutely no reason. You might have said one thing, you might have said 100 fantastic things, and you might have said one thing that was a critique, and all of a sudden they hate you. They are down your throat. So comment sections are a fun place. They are a fun place for just as many amazingly sweet, kind, supportive comments as you get. You got those people who want to troll for no reason other than to troll, and that is what it is. So sometimes, 90% of the time, whenever I see a comment that's like negative or disparaging or whatever, I can usually write it off. Sometimes I'll just mark it as spam, just I'm like, get it on my fucking face. But if it's mean for the sake of being mean, or discussing for the sake of being discussing, then I'll mark it as spam and just get it around. But if it's just someone who's disagreeing with what I have to say, but they're saying it in a way that's like very negative, or sometimes 9 times out of 10 I'll just let it go, move on with it, blah blah blah. But every once in a while, some days you might feel not amazing. You might not be having a great day. You might be thinking thoughts about yourself in your own head. You might blah blah blah, and then seeing something like that on one of those days can be enough to like really weigh heavily on you. So I said all that to say that yes, it's very easy to have that approach of like, yes, just take the higher road. Don't pay any mind to people who aren't paying any mind to you, this, that, and the other. But there are sometimes when people, even if they are the most secure person in the world, they have bad days. And they might hear something, they might see something like that, and it might just make them feel worse about themselves. And I don't remember where this train of thought was going when I hopped on the train, when I bought the ticket. I don't remember where the train of thought was going. But yeah, I said thanks. I said thanks. Go back, try and tie it together with whatever I said before, and we'll take that train elsewhere. But yeah, I appreciate some of the things that they were saying in that conversation, and then afterward it led to just some more cute interactions between Win and Team, and it's sweet to see. I jumped over like half the episode to get to that scene. Let's see. We also had some more interaction between B and Prince, who again are just like the most adorable little couple in this world. And like when they finally link up officially, my heart is going to be so full, because they are precious. They are precious, and they're my little sweet innocent couple, and I love them so much. But we did have a little bit of not really conflict from within the relationship, but outside forces, which if there was gonna be some sort of conflict, that's what I kind of expected it to be, along the lines of, okay, he's an actor who's, you know, I don't know necessarily that he's famous, but you know, he's got some level of notoriety in the show. But yeah, so we got this famous actor, and you know, he's trying to live his regular life, but you know, that doesn't always work out. The famous actor can't always just be with a regular person, this, that, and the other. And as we've seen in Lovely Writer, if you watch that series, or if you watch my reactions to that series, sometimes, especially in the BL world, the managers, the managing companies, the directors, the screenwriters, all this other kind of stuff involved with these series get too goddamn involved in the actors' lives. And it's like, okay, I get it that, Lord, we went on these speeches so many times during that series. I get it that they're in this show, and they're this ship in the show, and we want to sell that fantasy to the audience. But y'all, the audience is just gonna have to come to grips with the fact that they're actors, and it's their job. It is their job to act. It's not their job to be in a relationship to make you happy. It's their job to act. So it shouldn't matter if he finds somebody that he likes. It shouldn't matter if he's dating a guy. It shouldn't matter to the manager if he's dating this person. It shouldn't matter to the company, like, oh, what if the company finds out this? It shouldn't fucking matter. I did my job. I acted in the series. The series is about to premiere. I did my job. I'll promote the series, yes, but what does my personal life have to do with this fucking series? Like, So we had that little bit of interference where outside forces are trying to pull them apart, but you know, they're having some honest conversation. Like, I like him. I like him. I like him. And I just want to see, he treats me like a normal person. He treats me like, you're not a normal person. I am a normal person. He treats me like a normal person. He took me riding on the back of his bike. We ate food on the side of the road. It was wonderful. He treats me like a human being, and I like that. I like that. They're adorable. They're adorable. Little rooftop scene with them, and the little pinky grasp, and just so fucking cute. So fucking cute. I love them. I love them. We had the little brief interaction with Juan and Tun, and Juan's finally like, you sound familiar. I feel like I know you. And I'm like, girl, I was saying this like 2 episodes ago when you first met him. How is it just now? You spent the whole damn night with him last night. He was in your bed, and now you, girl, fix it, Jesus, fix it. What else? We had team taking View around. We got to meet Parm, had some snacks, cuteness there. Yeah, then we had Manao and Pruk, who are again just another set of just adorable people who I love. I love this ship so much, and I'm glad that we have them in this series. I would love to see more, but every time they are together, it is the sweetest, most adorable thing. And Manao is such a mood. She is such a mood. Every interaction, everything that she does when it comes to Brooke is such a relatable mood for me. Brooke says just the right thing. I want to take a picture with the actress. Oh no, you're fine and whatever. I don't care what you're wearing. I want to take a picture with you. Melt. Like, okay, let's take one more. You look so pretty. Melt. I'm like, girl, I get it. I feel you. Me and yes. And then we had that whole last scene in the bar, where we were having conversation with B about his relationship or his feelings towards Prince, and inadvertently in that conversation when they were talking to B, like, you know, if you feel this way, you gotta let him know. You know, don't be selfish. If you love him, tell him you love him. If you like him, tell him you like him. This, that, the other. And you know, they're trying to, you know, have conversation with B, but it kind of also applied to others at the table. Win and Team, and you could see Team felt some type of way. So it's like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then Win was also feeling some type of way. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom too. And I thought that based on the conversation that was happening at the table before they went to the bathroom, that Win was running after him into the bathroom to tell him, I like you, I love you, whatever, to do basically what they were saying that you should do. I didn't think that Win was going to go pounce on Team in the bathroom. Like, girl, where did this come from? Where did this? And you know what? Maybe he went into the bathroom with the intent of having that conversation, be like, yes, I like you, I love you. Like, I know we haven't really said officially, but you know, I want to just get it all out there. I like you, I love you, I want to be your everything. Maybe he went into the bathroom with the intent of having that conversation, but then there was just something about the mood lighting, the green tiles and the gold mirrors just got him in the mood, and he's like, oh my goodness, Team, I never seen you look this way under this fluorescent lighting. Oh, I need to have you right now. I don't know, but something got Win in the mood. And when just pushing bitch up against the damn stall, I'm like, take me, daddy, right here, right now, let's go. And he's like, can I? And I'm like, bitch, can you what? Can what? We already making out. What? And then he pushed him in the fucking stall. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I hope y'all got a condom. Lord, because heaven knows y'all can catch any manner of panty crickets in that damn bathroom stall. So I hope y'all got a hazmat suit or something. Lord Jesus. But yes, that was definitely an interesting finish to the episode. So I'm very curious to see where the next episode takes us. And yeah, so that was this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. And before you guys go, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone supporting me over on Patreon. This channel would not be what it is today without your continued support, and I can't begin to thank you guys enough for all you've done for me. If you'd like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya!